welcome friends, followers and transients to Kingdoms and Castles, and yes, we are back for the third series, no less. I didn't think I would play this game again as much as I loved it, because I felt I'd done everything that was available to do, but now I've noticed on the preview beta branch of the game, they've added some new stuff, and I thought, oh man, I just cannot ignore this, I've got to give it a go. So some of the things that they've added are bigger maps, which in a sense is a good thing. I mean, it might just mean I play it for a lot longer. There's merchant ships, transport ships, independent islands, and a job priority system. That last one sounds super sexy, I'm not gonna lie, because one thing that really annoyed me about this game is you couldn't tell people what you wanted to be done first, so that is really cool. But anyway, we're gonna jump right into it. So basically, they've made some changes to this. I don't ever remember being able to move around on here. I think you were always pinned to the middle and you could only kind of spin around and zoom in and out. So that's quite nice. We got the seed down here. We're going to switch to a large map. Let's just generate that randomly. So we have random land and island. This is probably an island one, and it scares me a little bit, I guess, because there's not a lot of green for food. I mean, this island's not too bad. It's probably a good place to start. But you cannot get to these other islands without the transport, from what I can tell. You've got this kind of lighter shade of blue. You can expand into this, so you can build your key pieces or your bridges. Are they called key in this game? Or pier? I think they're called pier. Yeah, so you can build that far, but this bit of water you cannot build in, which is something they've added, so it's kind of deep water. So to get from one side to the other, you need the transport ships. I'm guessing here. This is based on what I've read in the past, and I've not kept completely up to date with the game. So this is all fairly new. Oh, this one's kind of looking good. Let's have a look around. What have we got here? That's not a bad looking island. Got some very fertile land here. I think we might actually go with this map. I've kind of had a look through like random generated island maps, and most of them were tiny little things, but this one looks quite cool. I think here would be a fantastic place to start, because we've got all the fertile land, we've got the wood, we've got some stone there. If we can actually get to the stone on that one, I think we can get to that one on this side here. That one's a little bit stuck. There's no, oh, there is some iron. Yeah, I think we'll definitely go for this one. Let's give it a whirl. We'll leave the name as it is. If you've got a suggestion for a city name, leave it in the comments. Always welcome to have some different ideas. So let's pause the game. Yeah, it's still the space bar, and we still got the vertical takeoff seagulls. I love that. The first thing that I kind of noticed, I mean, I've got clouds switched on. I don't usually have these on because I find them kind of annoying. But the side of the map is now kind of at an angle. I'm pretty sure it was just a straight drop off before. It seems like there's a lot of bloom as well. It feels a lot brighter and stuff. Yeah, there's a little bit more colour going on here. And also, I think it's more to do with the shading of each individual block. But it feels like the terrain is not like just a flat piece of land anymore. There's little bumps in it, little imperfections. It's just one of those kind of aesthetic things that's going on there. It doesn't probably serve any purpose whatsoever, but it is there. Oh, that's going to be annoying. It means I can't fill that bit in. So I guess what we'll do is we'll have a look. This is all the same, nothing new here. This is all the same. So we got castle. That all looks the same to me. Nothing new there. The town, that's all the same. Food is all the same too. Industry, yep. Oh, marine. Here we go. Ah, here's the pier. There we go. And that used to be in town, I think. So we've got transport ship. Once built, choose what docks it travels to and what resources to pick up and drop off. So that doesn't take people. It moves resources around. I guess between two islands. I don't think it's a trade ship as such. So if I decide to build over here and most of my resources are here, I can transport them across, I guess. Because obviously resources go from one stockpile to the next, but if there's no bridge or anything to get across, that's my only option. Okay, that's cool. So we got a dock, stores goods for pickup and drop off by transport ships, allows foreign merchant ships to dock. Ooh. So not only we got Vikings, we now have foreign merchant ships, so friendly people, I suppose. And an outpost which looks incredibly much like the keep. it's a little bit smaller, I think, yeah. Build on unclaimed land to start a new settlement provides a small amount of starting resources when complete. So if we want to build over here, we need one of those. Is essentially what it's telling me from reading that. So let's jump into it, I guess. So eeny, meeny, miny. I think we're going to go into here. Maybe we'll line it up about there, because we're going to need some houses in here and stuff, and I don't want to be building onto the farmland initially. So we got our 4 people. Let's unpause. I don't remember this kind of outline being here either, so there's definitely a few changes. It's going to take me a little while to get back into it, because I've not played it for some time. Where's the front door on this thing? Is it that way? I think it is. I've placed it back to front. It's a fantastic start. Paper, you're amazing. Doesn't matter. Let's run a road down here, because this is the current stockpile, as you can see, so let's not build too close to that. Build some down here like so. We can mark some of these trees to be chopped. Job priority. So we got the happiness thing, which is not going to make a blind bit of difference until we get some houses in. But let's get some wood going. There's definitely some new sound effects there. Let me turn my headphones up so I can hear a little bit better. There we go. So let's get I think 1 to start off with. Job priority. Oh, here we go. Click and drag to change the job priority. If there are no idle workers, workers will quit low priority jobs to fill higher priority jobs. So timber workers, stockpile workers, and builders. So so I can move those around. Well, we'll leave them as they are. We shall not mess with those too much. Has this changed any? Yeah, still exactly the same. So we started with 4 people. These hold 5, was it? Yes. So we can definitely get a couple. Oh, I forgot about this. Because we don't have the fertile land thing yet. We're going to have irrigation eventually. That would be quite nice, I suppose. Let's build a little bit of a road across here. So my general kind of idea for this series, I'm not going to go on forever and ever and ever. It's going to be based on obviously the feedback from you guys. So obviously if I'm getting lots of likes, lots of views, lots of comments, I'll continue with it. But I feel like I'm going to be a little bit more ruthless with any kind of series that I do this year. It's all about what's working and what's not. So as long as you guys are interested and you're showing that support, then I will definitely continue. And it could end up being like a 60 episode series, but as soon as the interest drops off, I will call it quits and move on to something else. So just bear that in mind if you're wondering why it suddenly stops one day. But I've got to do what's best for the channel and what's best for the majority of viewers as well. It's a big responsibility. God, this seems super slow. Because let me just up the speed a tiny bit. There we go. So we've got some food coming in. That will be a windmill eventually. We haven't got the stone. Why is nobody available to work? Is anyone? We've got 5 people in there. We've got 1 in the stockpile. Okay. So everybody is assigned to something or other. You can tell I've not played for a while. So let's stop you from working here a minute. Hopefully you will go over there and chop some trees for us, which means we can get another hovel. I forgot really, because the house is for the initial people, and they're all working. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Yeah, okay, so he's gonna go and pick up that. This is the bit I like. So even though he's standing there the whole time, he does go and pick up the resources, which is super cool. Let's get another hovel in if we can, which will give us a few spare people to get the food going. Oh, it's raining. Sire, we have new construction, no one available. Well, you say that, it was quickly done. Now we got a flooded field straight away. Fantastic, that's just what we needed. Which is the best way to go for stone? I don't know if we can actually get in here. Let's have a look. I mean, I know I can't build roads down there initially because I'm not close enough, but I think we might be able to sneak around here. And we can chop. Let's get some of this done. And we can get a stockpile down here. I might even build some houses down there. We are playing the mode with Vikings. I was going to turn that off and just have a complete normal playthrough and not have to worry about those, but that takes away a little bit of the annoyance. If I do that, because I mean that's all I see the Vikings as in this game. They're just a pain in the backside. They're not really much fun. I mean, it is, but eventually it just gets ridiculous when you get tons and tons of things coming at you. And I much like city building games, and yeah, and I don't know. It does get challenging, but I just see it as an annoyance, simply put. I don't know why. It might be different now. Because I mean, I don't mind playing like strategy games where you have to build towns and stuff, but I just see this more of a city building game than a strategy game. Maybe it's just my weird perspective. Let's get all these in. We don't actually need that many, but so get a little bit more wood. We've got some coming back now. Okay, they're bringing it back. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Come on. Surely we've got enough wood. Okay, not quite. Wow, they chopped that super quick. I wasn't actually expecting them to do it so quick. We get any more wood coming in? There we go. Perfect. So we've got 15 people. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we have got some spare. Awesome. Let's get some road built. Because if I do that, even if it's not built, they will still walk down it as if it's actually fully built, which is one of the more decent things I like about this game. Even better once we get some stone in there too. The stone roads are really quick. I'm really hoping we can get through here. I think we will be able to. This is going to allow me to kind of see now. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. So we should be able to get a mine in here and here. Yeah. Potentially even there if I wanted to, but I think we'll just go with one of them here or here. Okay, so we've got our road put in, we've got a quarry in here. Have we got people working? We've got 1 of 4. High fire risk because we've got no wells around here. We do need a stockpile. We've got another house building, which will hopefully give us enough people to get all this going. There we go, we can open that again. So we're going to need what do you call it, a granary as well, and a windmill, but a lot of this takes stone, so this is the problem right now. So let's get this house up and running, which is going to give us a couple more people, I think. Are they going to pick up the wood or go to work? They're going to work. So we've got 3 of 4 in there. We've got 3 stone. Let's have a look. Small stockpile. Awesome. Oh, we'll put it there. I think that will stop people walking through this little bit as well. We'll soon see. So they've come out of there to help build that. Ah. So because that's the lowest priority, they will come out to do the building. That is absolutely fantastic. What an amazing feature. That is really, really good. So if I left that at the very top, then they would always do that job. That is a really cool thing. I like that a lot. And if we were struggling for food, I guess, is there farmers? Yep. So farmers and builders near the top, it makes sense. So how many idle people have we got? None. Which is unusual. I just thought we'd have had a few. Where are we with the food? Can we build a granary? No, we need 5 stone. So let's speed that up. So if we wanted to, we could prioritize this, but we're not building anything else. We're short 1 worker. Really? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Ah, yes we are. Ooh. This has been made a little bit more snazzy since I last played. So they've definitely done quite a few changes, probably based on feedback, I guess. Let's think about some kind of rows around here. The marketplace will fit somewhere like that, I guess, in the middle. So we can get some hovels. Can we have you? Yes, there we go. And we definitely need a well at some point. They're not really, their happiness is fine. It's nothing I really have to think about. Unnamed Isle, so we can name, so the actual area is Riverdale. And you can actually change the different island names as well. That's cool. So there's another name you guys can suggest as well. It's such a peaceful game, at least at this stage. I mean, the beautiful music from Aether as well makes, you know, it's just so relaxed. At least until the Vikings start coming after us. Starving? Really? Oh, I know why. Because we don't have... Oh wow, the actual house's head of household. Okay, they get the food. I don't see why they'd be starving, because they're so close to here. We don't really need a marketplace just yet. There's nobody living in there. That's fine. Do we have enough? No. Wow. That's a lot of stone. Okay. So we don't have a forester. That might be another job that we need to get up and running. So let's have a look. That'll be under industry. Forester. We need wood. There. That's easy enough to get. Well, I guess we could just build it in here. So if we chop down some of this stuff. By stuff I mean trees, quite clearly. They can use this stockpile as well. And they will replant all the trees at the same time. That's what I love about this game. It's so simple, but in its own way it's complicated as well. But we've got some spare people around. What's the priority of foresters? Timber workers, there we go. So it's higher than quarry, so the quarry will stop. I feel like this should be up here a little bit more. Let's speed the game up. I would like to get a well in somewhere, because all this lightning does frighten me a little bit. We haven't got enough stone, but that makes sense. But we can build another quarry here, should we need to. Was there a maximum storage capacity? Yes, there is. 330. That is new. I don't remember seeing that before either. I felt like you could just keep filling them indefinitely. Or it wouldn't tell you when they were full, maybe. And the animation on the actual building itself, you couldn't always tell what was going on, because it would just kind of glitch out and you'd see that there and you wouldn't actually have any wood at all, which was a little bit annoying. But they've clearly been doing stuff. Oh, we have a dragon. Okay, so how far does that plant? So if we... I'm going to ignore the dragon. I will assume it won't attack me this early on. I can't remember. I think they just fly around and be a bit of a nuisance. You can go there. Let's see where it is. Please don't set anything on fire, because I currently don't have enough. We have no food. Yikes. Ooh, we're now a small village. So why haven't I got enough food? Have I expanded that quickly? Yikes. Granary might be interesting. Let's is it R to rotate? It certainly is. We'll drop you in there. I'm wondering if it's to do with storage. And obviously the skill level of the farmers as well, because they're a master at the moment, or that person is anyway. Apprentice, journeyman. That's going to make a difference. Plus how much food we can actually store as well, because we could be losing food because there's nowhere to store it. And no idle people, 25 beds. I feel like we're okay. I do want the windmill. 35 stone. That's going to take a little bit of time. Right, let's see how much food we actually got 32 now, so let's see what we generate. Because I think we probably wasted quite a bit of food because we didn't have the granary. There we go. Yeah, we only had a maximum of 50 before, so I think that could be part of the reason. I'm wondering if we should build another quarry, but have we got the idle people? No. I'm not literally asking anybody to do anything right now, other than the jobs they're assigned to. So there's 3 people in there, 4 in there, 1. I think, yeah, literally everyone has a job. Granary. It's knowing the kind of the best order to put these things in. I guess we'll figure that out as we're going along. And some of it's going to be more based on like immediate needs, I suppose. Oh, we're playing the fastest speed. I was wondering why stone was coming in fairly quick. It's not like super speed. We don't have tools. That was one of the good things that we got going on up here. Yeah, well, I can cheer people up. These are just basic tips. Okay, so that's nothing too exciting. I'll feel happy once I've got that in. And then I'll start doing other things. Oh, we have 1 idle worker, so 3 people visited, but none could find a home. Yeah. Well, I kind of expected that. So whoever the idle person is, they're going to be in charge of the windmill, aren't they? So we definitely are going to need another house. We're doing okay with food. It's not it's not a panic at this stage, I don't think. I think we're going to produce enough, and now that's going to give me another +2 for the windmill, is it? So you've got master workers, soil fertility. Try and say that. There we go. That's +1. I'm pretty sure people are visiting, but there's nowhere to stay. Well, we've got another house, so that'll happen. I'm pretty sure, was it +2 or was it +5? So like literally no granary workers, most of my quarry workers, everyone has jumped on the building. That's going to actually make things a little bit more efficient, I suppose, in some ways, and a little bit more difficult in others. A fire has started. Where? Oh, we have no wells. So we're probably going to lose all our food, and we're all going to die. Oh my god. I should have built a well, shouldn't I? Ouch. Oh wow, this is supposed to be easy mode. What? This is not easy mode. Come on. You horrible game. What are you doing? Wow. That was harsh. I mean, okay, I could have built a well, but jeez. That was super harsh. I was not expecting that. Jeez. How much stone does a well cost anyway? 10. Yikes. Can't even afford a granary. Come on. Horrible game. What are you doing to me? Now we're all going to starve to death. Need that stone. One more stone. Come on. Get this back as soon as possible. There we go. Because I don't... The issue is here, we're never going to hold enough food if we don't have that. Oh dear. Right, okay, so I'm going to build another quarry. I don't think we got the people, but we need more stone, so let's whack that in. Wood is looking after itself, but we definitely need to get a well. That's 10 stone. We'll do that before the windmill, I think. Jeez. That was very unforgiving, wasn't it? It was a rough start. Although it looks, this might be finished just in time for this harvest. Is it going to be perfect? Oof, that feels like it was a close one. But I think we escaped with our life there. Okay, so that can cover that sort of area, I guess. We'll put you there. Don't want that happening again. Question is, do we have enough people now? We'll soon find out once that well is done. Okay, well, probably tell me here anyway, wouldn't it? Yeah. Although those 3 people will jump onto other things, so we should have 2 spare people, if I'm looking at that correctly. What is that? Is that... oh, people being reassigned, I guess. So we should have some idle. We have 1. Which means... very quickly, we should be able to get our windmill back up and running. We should start producing a little bit more food, which is gonna free things up. I don't know at what level the Vikings attack. I forgot. It's been a while. But I'm guessing if we're gonna travel across to this side, maybe this looks quite fertile under here. This could be great for food. So maybe somewhere like here to travel across. I think we could go with. Once we get to that stage, anyway. I don't know how quickly all that will happen. Yes. We got large houses. We can make people happy. I mean, they seem quite happy at the moment. 80 happiness. Easy to please. Ooh, we have enough for a windmill. Let's rotate you around. Where's the... there it is. Okay, don't right click. A left click would have been the better option. Perfect. So again, it's going to reassign a few people here and there and get people where we need them. Anyway, I'm going to leave this episode right here. I think we've not had a bad start. Leave your comments down below. I'm interested to see what you think about the changes they've made? Are you excited for another series? I don't know, anything. You can tell me how your day is, I don't really mind. But until next time, as always, take care.